I live my life is unhealthy, but that's just me wanting you to do what I need you to, and that's help me. I never change, never play any games, and that's true. But if you're looking for the one who wanted more, but look no more, cause that's you don't understand. You think this shit is irrelevant, but they scared of you for a reason. Intimidating intelligence, and I'm intimate when I'm...
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Peanut Senior Show. Here, what is this today? December 18th, 2018. And I'm your host, Michael Peanut Senior. This is a show that's going to help teach you live on less than you make, stay out of debt, so later on you can live and give like no one else. Well, that's a little T-Rads there at the beginning. You know, I need something to have a little space. You know, I'm trying to make things a little different, a little better for you. Maybe better sound, better clarity. Trying to figure out how we're going to be going Facebook Live. Yeah, maybe we'll go Facebook Live too. But definitely YouTube Live, January 27th at 7 p.m. I'm going to be promoting that. I'm hoping that you'll join me. You'll be able to, we'll have one telephone line open, but I'm hoping that people will call in at 774-287-9323. You need any help, you need a coach, you need an accountability partner, I'm your guy. Get in touch with me. Always good to hear a little bit of T-Rads in the morning. I'm trying to figure out what song I want of his to be my theme song. So maybe we can have a little vote on that. Maybe that's something that we're going to do. But listen, I was trying to think of a quote. I always like to have a good quote. Here's something that I want to throw out to all my Teamster brothers and sisters. You know, let me just read this first and then I'm going to explain some things. What does it mean to be a Teamster member? Being a Teamster member means that you belong to the strongest and most democratic labor union in the world. For more than 100 years, the Teamster Union has been a leader in setting the standard for higher wages, better benefits, and improved working conditions for the workers throughout the United States and Canada. The Teamsters Union is strong because of the participation of many of its 1.4 million members. Teamster members can find a variety of ways to participate to help build a stronger union in the workplace, from supporting co-workers in their struggle for justice or helping with the bargaining process. Listen, that comes right from Teamsters.org, from that webpage. And what does it mean to be a Teamster member? And I'm bringing that up today because, I just found it interesting when I was reading it, because the problem is right now, today, our union is in shambles. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like working at UPS. And, I need to know from my other Teamster brothers and sisters, what you're going through at work right now, wherever you may be, whether it be UPS or someplace else. Because, for more than 100 years, setting the standard for higher wages. That's not true anymore. You got friggin', Amazon taking over with that $15 an hour, and people don't want to hear about it. Some people say, well, why do you keep on talking about $15 an hour? Because I'll tell you something right now. You could end up making a really good wage at UPS. And I'm using UPS as an example because that's where I work. So, things are bothering me right now because I've basically been full-time at UPS during this Christmas season. And the things that are bothering me are Teamster related. Because what's happening at UPS right now, I don't know if it's happening at your UPS, but at our UPS, the management's taking advantage of the fact that our Teamsters are weak, that we're no longer, we're no longer setting the standard for higher wages. Yeah, we got great benefits. That's why I'm at UPS, is the benefits more than anything else. Is the benefits, and that's what keeps me there. And they're incredible. The pension that we have, the pension benefit, the health and welfare, all that good stuff. You can't beat it anyplace else. But we're not getting paid right. It says we're strong because of the participation of many of our 1.4 million members. Listen, the last vote that we had on the UPS negotiations or whether or not we were going to strike, less than 50% of all Teamsters voted. That's horrible. That's horrible. And then people are going out and they're complaining about what's going on, and I'm bringing this up because, first of all, like, our membership seems to be weak to me right now. And I don't want us to be weak. We're being taken advantage because of that weakness. And what's happening is a lot of these guys are complaining because they're not getting the overtime that they were getting. And, I do a financial show. And I want to be able to help people that need help financially speaking, right? And I go out and I'm talking to all my union members. And I love my Teamsters. I love my UPS workers. All right, there's something real about you. I say it all the time. I've worked many different places. The most real people that I've ever worked with are the ones that I've worked with at UPS. But here goes the real fact of the matter, is that most of you are in money troubles. And, I try to tell the new young guys to live on less than what you make. And that's what I say right at the beginning. And the problem is a lot of you guys haven't been doing that. And you know who you are. I try to talk to you. You're out there buying brand new cars, getting a nice brand new house, buying everybody's stuff, and you think that this money's never going to run out, which in part way is true. That's what's so great about working at UPS. The e-commerce business is unbelievable right now, and UPS is in the middle of it. And we have a lot of job security with the fact that we work at UPS, and it's a 100-year company that's got infrastructure and that's got work. But at the same time, you're not guaranteed your overtime. All right? What you're guaranteed is to take care of yourself. Live on less than what you make, which means if you're making $1,000 a week, I had a young guy tell me, it's unbelievable, I'm making $1,000 a week now. That's awesome. All right? And I hope he's watching the show. All right? Because it's awesome. But that doesn't mean that you go out and you spend $1,000 a week. All right? The simple matter of the fact is there's three things that you have to always do, all right, with your money. All right? We spend it, we save it, and we give it. This is what we teach. The problem is a lot of you guys aren't saving it. You're spending it. You're not giving it. Live on less than what you make. And then when they say, oh, we got all this overtime that we don't have anymore, it doesn't matter, because that overtime should be extra. That should be what's going into your savings, not paying your bills. And if you've got yourself into some kind of debt problem, please get in touch with me at CoachP2210@yahoo.com. And I bring up again, I see Teamster guys I feel a tension in the air because our union now is weak. It's not doing what they said they were going to do, the past 100 years of being this strong. And we're not supporting each other. And I'm starting to see it, and it's starting to get me down, because this is when UPS is going to step in. And I guess going to, I don't know what's going to happen. And that's why I'm bringing it up right now on the show. Because I want you guys to talk about it. We need to stay strong. We need to stay together. And the thing is, you need to stay out of debt. And if you do have a debt problem, get in touch with me. That's what I do. I help people. All right? I'm doing the show like this. I've changed things up a little bit because we're going to be going live, YouTube live. And I want you to participate. If you got a question, ask. Challenge me. That's why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing right now. I'm on Podbean. Go on podbean.com. Download that for free. Find me there. I got a lot of great stuff and information there. Go to michaelpinasenior.com. Like my page on Facebook at Pina Financial Coaching. Tell people about this. Help me do this. Let's get this right. Because I'm definitely moving forward. I want you to move forward. We need to move forward together. And we need to stay strong together. I love being a Teamster. I love this fact. There's certain things that I don't like. I don't like having UPS take my time. I love doing my sports. I love doing what I'm doing here, helping my wife, helping my son with their businesses. That's also what I do. But I do love being a Teamster. All right? It's important to me. And it needs to be important to you if you work at UPS. All right? Because they're gonna come between us, and they're gonna make sure that they try to divide and conquer. All right, UPS are like communists. They're going to divide and conquer. That's what communism is. All right. So, let's keep on keeping UPS at the top of what we're talking about. And let's make sure that listen, I'm going to talk about what affects my money. That's what this show's about, too. I'm going to talk about what's affecting my money and how I'm making my money. Right now, all I've been doing is working at UPS, and it's been affecting my money, obviously. And I see what's going on there, and I see what's going on with the people that are working there. So let's stay together. Teamsters for life, man. I'm telling you. All right. Well, we're going to move on from there. All right. And, but if you got questions, please ask. Listen, you can email me, coachp2210@yahoo.com. Send me a text, 774-287-9323. Listen, I can take up to 5,000 friends on my personal Facebook page. If you send me a message and say that I know you from the Michael Pina Senior Show, I'm going to take you as a friend. I'm constantly putting information out there about what I'm doing and how I can help you. So put it out there, friend me, Facebook, like it, do all the stuff. Twitter, Instagram, I'm on everything. I'm going to start doing more things as soon as Christmas is over. So I'm hoping that you people start following me more and we start doing things together. All right? So, with that being said, I hope that wasn't too much of a blab. But listen, now we go into a segment that I'm starting to like, what I'm calling Pina Financial News. We're talking about things that I've talked about on this show. That's what Pina Financial News is. All right. So the first thing is, again, with the UPS stock yesterday has hit a 52-week low. A lot of you people, will want to panic. And I've talked about UPS stock on if you go to podbean.com, I talk about whether or not to buy it or not. And I found this great article that just came out about FedEx and UPS are both too cheap to ignore. Because here goes the thing, the infrastructure within is by Nicholas Ward. Great article. Maybe I'll try to put this on my my blog. But he's basically talking about what I'm talking about. The UPS is got $40 million of infrastructure that they've put together in the last 3 months. So in other words, that money that's being spent is going to affect that stock. Rumors about Amazon is going to affect that stock. But UPS has 110 years of infrastructure that you can't just tear down. So buy the stock now while it's cheap. If you're on baby step 4 and you follow me on Podbean, 52-week low, I love it because I'm buying. All right, it's too cheap to ignore. All right, that's the first thing in our news. The second thing in our news, I've talked about, Starbucks stock. I'm in the thing where I'm reviewing, I look at my budget and I say, how much have I spent at each place? And I can really break things down. If you do the budget right, you can actually see how much you've spent all year long. I think I told people before, I was up over $2,000 spending on Starbucks one year. That's too much money. I'm probably around $600 this year. But in the news today, I got that cups right here. Okay. This is ridiculous, but it's affecting that stock, believe it or not. Every year, Starbucks comes out with a holiday cup. Okay, I kept a couple a couple of drinks that I got, and they got 2 different holiday cups. One year, they had 2 hands holding each other. People saying, oh, Starbucks must be with the transgender race. The next year, it said, Merry Christmas. Oh, you can't say Merry Christmas. The next year, it said Happy Holidays. Oh, what a Starbucks Catholic and all this. This year they said, we're not putting anything on the cup. We're just going to have different colors. So what do the different people say? The colors mean something. Listen, I think that's something being put out there by Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. Starbucks colors in the cups don't mean anything. They just want to say Merry Christmas to you. And that's what I say. Merry Christmas to everybody. All right? The cups don't mean anything. I think it's something Dunkin' Donuts wants to do to bring them down. So that's all I've got today. Other things in the news, QB Velocity will be at Elite Football Academy winter sessions, which start January 13th. QB Velocity will be there 4 out of that 12-week sessions. Michael Pina Sr. and Michael Pina Jr. will be there. Get your kids signed up at EliteFootballAcademy.com. Great job there by Jeff Lang and the rest of the gang. Love those guys, okay? And what else we got in the news? And make sure that you like Peanut Financial Coaching. There's going to be exciting news about my wife and her line of clothing we're working on, and also my son. We continue to work on QB velocity. You got an aspiring quarterback. You know, we take today's quarterback for we're going to make them into tomorrow's, okay? Listen, you know what I say. I want to win. I want to help you win. So you know what? We're going to win together. And now we're going to send you off. And we're going to talk about T-Rad's Radley and what song is going to be my theme song. Till next time, Mike Bean out.
We too smart for that. Way too smart for that. Way too smart.